Welcome to The Launch, where we have chosen to be leaders of our lives, and collectively we have a desire to help people be the best you that you can possibly be.
And what you've done with your life thus far, is it giving you what you want? Is it giving you what you want? When you look toward the future, when you look at all that's going on out here, is there some place within yourself you say, hey, I know I need to be out there in that arena. I know I can do more than what I've been doing. I know there's some great music that I have within me that I haven't brought out here yet. Is that something that you begin to look at?
Can I have the attention of all those who are hearing me? In the words of the great Muhammad Ali, I want to challenge you to think differently. Be confident in yourself.
I'm your host, Keesha Barnett. I have Mr. Zavier Hall, Quin Gant, and James Walker. Today's topic is about choices, because the choices you make can definitely determine the quality of life that you have. It's not by happenstance that we are inside of Fuel City Fitness, located in Mansfield, Texas, where these guys decided to open up a gym because they care about the mind, body, and soul of an individual. So, James, mind, body, and soul, which one of those really resonate with you?
I'm going to go first off with the soul. I say soul because it's so important that we as individuals look into ourselves, into our soul, really, to have a better understanding of life. A lot of times we can kind of walk around and we can kind of, go day by day, just kind of in your everyday routine. But I think if you look into your soul as to who you are, what you want to do, and where you're trying to go, it'll kind of give you a different outlook on life.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to start off with. So your soul to me is more important because that reaches so many different areas, especially when it talks about your spirituality. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say soul.
Okay. Xavier, tag in on that.
I would like to say something else other than soul because I have to based on what he said, but soul is obviously the most important. I think in order to get to the soul, I'll talk about mindset. Mm-hmm. A lot of it comes from mindset, and you have to, in order for you to become something, you have to know something.
Right.
And a lot of us want to find out from somebody else and let somebody else happen to tell us at the barbershop or happen to come across some information based off what he said, but not based off of actual information and research. But we'll just say Quinn said, or Callie Muscle said, or Keesha said, or James said, rather than looking up the research and going, the research says. And I think a lot of us don't want to talk about the mindset and what you have to do to be able to think, to be able to get to the soul.
Okay. So following that, then comes the body. Because once you get your mindset, we're inside of a gym, once you get your mindset right, then that's when you can tap into the physical part, which is determined by the quality of life. So now that we've talked about the soul, and we talked about mind, you talked about mindset, now let's talk about body. Because once you get your mindset right, you have your soul in order, now you can tackle the physical part of it.
Right.
When someone comes in, what do you think is the most difficult thing for people?
As when they first come into the gym.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for them is, like you said, is really to make that change. And to go back to what Zavier was saying, it's all about the mindset.
Okay.
Typically, their mind is not set where they are really ready to make that change. They have a thought to or want to make a change, but they really don't know what to do. And a lot of times they come in here, and when you mention stuff like boot camp or they look at the exercises and things of that nature, they sometimes feel that they cannot do it. Having them to open up their mindset and try to really change that, I think it's more difficult for them than anything. That's just kind of my take on it. Because, changing the mind is kind of hard when you've been doing things for 30 or 40 years. And now you want me to change my eating habits. Now you want to change, me getting up early, working out. That's kind of difficult for some people.
I can attest to that because that working out at 5:30 is a bit of a challenge, but it is very, very invigorating.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, get up at 5:30 in the morning changes everything.
Everything, man. You're so productive in the morning.
Yeah.
So Quinn, you work out here.
Yes, I do.
Mind, body, and soul. How does that help you?
How was that?
Being in this environment.
Well, this environment, in comparison to other gyms where I've been, because it's more of a personal feel, and this is something that we created. Now it's a different level of accountability. So that's where, in other gyms where you just kind of go and you just kind of go with the flow, put your music in, do a little lifting, get your reps in kind of thing, and get on out the door. Now it's more of a fellowship and a training camp and a mindset that kind of helps me to be like, okay, well, I want to do every aspect of being, like you said, mind, body, and soul, touching all areas as opposed to just touching one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you could really be in shape and still not have your mind and your soul right, and
Right.
it really still won't change your quality of life.
So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. You can see the passion. So we got a lot to cover, and I'm pretty sure we'll see some more passion coming out. Be right back.
Can I have the attention of all those who are hearing me? In the words of the great Muhammad Ali, I want to challenge you to think differently. Be confident in yourself, dog, and start listening. Only surround yourself with people who love uplifting you spiritually. Change your mindset and get rid of all negativity. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear was created by our enemies. Now first you must understand that your pure energy and the way that you feed yourself will predetermine your capabilities. What I'm trying to say is you can shine bright like the morning star. Never let anyone redefine you and tell you who you are. Don't let your dreams just be a wall.
So I love when we get ready to start talking and we have all these politically correct answers. But I want to talk about something really serious, especially amongst the Black community. There are a lot of misconceptions. There are a lot of reasons that people don't want to work out. Women, they don't want to work out because of their hair. That goes back to mindset. It goes back to where you are spiritually, and it is evident physically of where we are as a society. So how do you feel about that? Xavier, talk to me.
How I feel about that, man, that's my soapbox. So how I feel about people saying that we believe in God and we love God, 99% of us believe in some type of God.
Okay.
And we believe in God, but we don't want to love what God gave us.
Ooh.
We don't want to love our brain. We don't want to love ourselves. We don't want to love our soul. We don't want to love us, but we love God. How does that make sense?
Wow.
Why would he love something that don't love? Why would he? Come on, man. Like, you're not going to take care of what you got, but you'll wash your car and spit shine your car, vacuum your rugs, but then eat McDonald's.
Wow.
Vacuum them rugs. How's that okay? Don't, you got me on my soul.
I love it. I love it. But I mean, I'm glad we're talking about this because you, James, you made a comment. You guys were in a store and the lady said that was her gift to herself to not work out. I mean, when you said that, I'm thinking, you know, how crazy is that?
Right.
And that goes back to the choice of the quality of life that you'll have for the rest of your life.
Right.
What you think about that? What was your first thought?
You know what? Really, I was like, Xavier's a little bit more deep, so he kind of really wanted to go in. And I was just like, damn, that's your gift to yourself not to work out. That just don't make sense, really. And a lot of times I think people make excuses just not to work out. I don't care if it's, well, I don't like to sweat. Well, if I go work out, then, my hair is going to be this way. Or, they got so many different excuses as to why they don't want to work out. And it just, it puts them in a position where if you look at half of our society, 9 times out of 10, these people are not working out because they have some excuse or reason not to work out. And the excuses that they're going to give you, none of them, half of the time, is not even valid excuses. So I think we really need to look into ourselves and really figure out, okay, why am I really not want to work out? What's the situation? That's just me.
Quinn, chime into that. What's your thought about that?
It's about to go in my soapbox too. Now I want to say.
No, that's called passion.
Trying to cut me off. This dude.
No, I love it because that definitely shows the heart that you guys have for this.
Right, yeah.
I can attest to that. Y'all's heart is 100 when it comes down to really making sure that people are tapping in mind, body, and soul.
Right.
I mean, I can attest to the accountability because I have gotten phone calls at 4:47 to come on in. So, Quinn, when you look around and you see a lot of women are out of shape, what's your thought about that?
It's the American culture today. Right now, quick, fast. Everybody's in a hurry. Nobody wants to slow down. Just makes for a real lazy mentality. Makes for a very rushed, complacent mentality. And until you break that, it really doesn't matter because if you don't have the discipline to really put things in place and be absolute about everything you're doing, from making sure that your meal prep is together, having a schedule, a purpose, as they say, having a legitimate purpose to your day. From the time you wake up to the time you lay down, from the dollars you spend. If you're not going to get that in tune with your situation, then you can only expect it to be holes and gaps in areas where you're going to fluctuate and not be able to see your full potential, you know?
So you guys have a private gym, and I can definitely say going to, the more commercial gyms, as a woman, I feel a little like some meat sometimes. So I know coming here, it feels a little more comfortable. It's a little more intentional about the actual workout, my mind, body, and soul. So when people come in, or dealing with people, not even when people come in, dealing with people, what do you really think like the biggest crux is? I mean, because I know people make excuses. I don't think people naturally just want to be out of shape. I don't think they want to be out of breath when they're walking upstairs. I don't think they want to karate kick in their jeans every time they want to put a pair on. What do you think the real problem is?
Laziness.
I wouldn't say that's I mean, you know how James is. He go right to the point.
Boom.
I would say that everybody isn't lazy, not to discredit what you're saying, but to soften the blow.
Okay.
If I can do that.
Yeah.
So not
He's
lazy.
gonna be nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice. So we're not gonna say lazy as far as what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But we're gonna say lack of knowledge. I don't think people believe in themselves. They don't understand the information, so they can't believe in it enough in order to do it. They just have a lack of belief in I can. And so since they don't think they can, they'll say I can't. And then if they don't come, he gonna call them lazy.
I'm not calling them lazy like that. This is why I say that.
But they lazy.
But when you ask, a lot of times when you ask people why they don't go to the gym or why they don't work out or why, once you get to this point, why you don't do, a lot of times they be like, well, I just don't feel like it. I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, what is that then? What would you call that?
Lazy. But when we talk about, when you talk about what you don't feel like doing, right?
Right.
Everybody deals on emotions.
Right.
And we want to do what we don't feel like doing. I don't feel like opening up a business. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like, why do you don't have to feel like doing stuff. Just do what you're supposed to do. Why you got to feel like it?
So they're still kind of
Lazy.
Right.
Undisciplined.
I don't want to see mean. I don't want to see mean and nothing like that.
Yes, it is what it is.
Right,
It is what it
exactly.
is.
Yes,
Because when they get here, that's what they're going to get. So look, I was just being playing the other side of it. But let's just be real.
Because they'll be like, yeah, he is mean.
Yeah, let's just be, it is what it is.
Because when you boil down to it, everybody has the same amount of hours. You have people that get up early in the morning, they work out, or whenever they work out, they fit it in. So most people do, they just have excuses. So when they run out of excuses, then they want to come see you guys.
Yeah, or when the health gets so bad, they don't have a choice. And that's what's sad. Like you tell yourself you got all this time, or you don't have any time because you're so busy, you're chasing money, you're chasing your dreams, that's whatever it is you're trying to pursue that. Because anything that I think is really for you, that's something that's good, that's actually ordained or purpose for you, health is just going to be a part of that.
Right.
So it should only come natural. Like I feel like if you really are trying to pursue something that's good, that's positive, then just positive things are going to flow with that. And being healthy is definitely a positive thing. So, just trying to get in that mindset sometimes can be difficult, but it's definitely rewarding if you can get past the laziness.
Go ahead.
It's really successful people who are fat and have high blood pressure and all that stuff. So when I think about lazy, I think about it's just lazy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who stay up at 3 o'clock in the morning and eat potato chips instead of eating an apple. Yeah. They up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so they're not lazy per se. You're just undisciplined and you're not definite, like you said. You're not absolute in those areas. And I might eat this some days, I might eat this some days, and you have to be absolute about stuff. And people just want to ride the fence.
Okay.
Undisciplined is a good word.
They just want to ride the fence.
So, okay, let's talk about some misconceptions. Because a lot of people think that eating healthy is more expensive. But I'm like, when you get on high blood pressure medicine or diabetes medicine, you got to spend. Yeah. So wouldn't you rather spend your money on something that's going to be healthy and it's going to give your body life instead of killing your body?
Right.
Period.
Of course. I mean, it only makes sense. But, now that I've made the transition myself, it's not more expensive. It's more expensive to go to McDonald's 3 times a day because you don't want to cook, as opposed to turkey, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I guess this is not aimed at people that don't eat vegetation, which I don't knock at all. I think that's a wonderful thing, wonderful discipline, as we're saying. But even in the aspect of that, like if I cook a big thing of chicken and set all that aside, I mean, we're talking about a $12 situation with maybe a 99-cent potato with, some rice or something along the lines of some sort of vegetables, and maybe another $3. So my entire meal for a good 24 hours, almost to another day, can cost me every bit of what, 13 or 14 bucks. But we're gonna spend what, $8 to $9 now on a typical value meal,
Right.
and that's just if you're feeding you to eat some foolishness all day that really doesn't fulfill you or sustain you really or give you energy. You know what I mean? So it's not cheaper. It's really an illusion.
Yeah. It's more expensive because it's gonna cost you your time, energy,
And it helps.
and your health. It's gonna cost you all of those things. So it's much more expensive when you have to not only be on diabetes medicine, but have to live the lifestyle of a diabetic.
Yeah.
You can't walk upstairs, you can't run, you can't play with your kids. It's stuff you can't. You gotta keep telling people I can't. But like, that's expensive. Who wants to go through that?
Agreed.
Or even the membership. Even people, they don't want to get a membership, they don't, or they get the membership and still don't use it. It's like you wasting money.
If we talk about expenses, what's the most important thing to you? If you look that up, right?
Yeah.
So what is it? So most of us say our soul, right? Like you said earlier, like church, number one. So we give our tithes and offering. Now what's number two? Most people say their kids,
Yeah, family.
but then they feed their kids foolishness, like you say. McDonald's is a reward on Fridays.
In a hurry.
We in a hurry. Let's go. So what's number two? And if you say it's you, then take care of you. I mean, that's simple.
So, okay, I want to tap in because I absolutely love our First Lady. So we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about our First Lady, Michelle Obama, with them guns. Y'all want to see my guns?
And dreams are good for nothing if you can't show respect. If you send out negativity, the negative is what you'll get. Start chasing what you love, give it your blood and tears. Don't be afraid to get rejected, start facing your fears. And I recommend that you understand in your grand plan that it can't stand in this wicked land without holding on to his unchanging hand. Once you connect, he'll show you your gift, you must sharpen your tools. No more sitting up wasting time, no more hanging with fools.
See, I say if you look at your life, and if you're not getting what you want,
Welcome back to The Launch. So before we went on break, we were getting ready to talk about our First Lady, Michelle Obama. I absolutely love this woman. I love the fact that she can get out there and get physical with kids. They showed her playing flag football. She was dancing on the stage. I mean, the woman is in great shape. So, what do you guys think about a nice fit woman?
Compared to?
Somebody's not.
A non-fit woman.
BBW. Like Drake College.
I think every man likes a nice fit woman, just like every woman, I would guess, would like a nice fit man.
Okay,
So-
before you say that, because some men don't like a woman with a lot of muscles.
What's a lot of muscles though? I mean,
What do you like?
I want you to look like a man.
no, we don't want you to look like no man. We don't want you to look like, like
Like
some
me.
people-
Yeah, don't look like
Yeah.
me.
I don't like
I want to rub you and you feel like me.
Yeah, you
That's not-
are. Now,
That's for boys who don't like boys, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we want you to still have a soft texture to you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we squeeze, we want to squeeze. We don't want to not squeeze.
That don't make me want to squeeze a bunch of extra that
Right.
don't belong to you that you could get rid of.
Yeah.
So it ain't really yours.
Okay, well since you said that,
a lot of
I want to tap into a topic.
You said don't belong to you.
Thick.
What don't belong to you?
Well, I mean, we already know this is the fake butt.
Oh, that.
Okay, well, I need you to hold that. Wait.
But
Yes,
even the
we're going,
extra-
I need you,
even the-
please
even
hold
the
that, 'cause we gotta
extra
tap into
unfit.
that. We gotta tap into that. But let's talk about thick versus fat. Because nowadays, everybody that's juicy wanna say that I'm thick. Girl, I'm thick. No, you are fat.
No.
Let's discuss that, because I think now that's kind of like, especially for black women, that's kind of like an excuse. That's a scapegoat. That you have some extra pounds on the hourglass. It might be, not really a Coke bottle, but now a 2-liter. And you don't really want to acknowledge that. It is a difference. Let's discuss thick versus
That's
fat.
their scapegoats because they don't want to come to the gym.
Yeah. Let them know that.
No, you need to come to the gym, and you may be a little fluffy, but let's kind of trim that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I think a lot of women, especially black women, we get away with that. Like, cause Drake made it popular, BBW.
Yeah.
It make you so uncomfortable. He made that popular. So everybody want to be BBW, and they want to look a certain way, and we go off a look, and we'll base it off of that, because you can still get a man to hit on you if you big,
so
you're beautiful, you take care of yourself, and so you feel like that's still okay, right?
So I
but
thought
that's
big-
not necessarily okay, because what's your health look like? What's your cholesterol look like? Or you gonna die at 50?
Right.
What's your energy level like? If you're talking about being fine, like I don't want a big girl because she can't keep up with me.
Okay. So
Nowhere.
Right. So we're not talking about skinny being fit. It's about just being healthy and being fit.
Right.
But there is a difference between thick
And just
In fact.
and fat.
absolutely.
What's that line?
So yeah, what's an example?
what's
What's an
the-
example of somebody that think they're fine but they're really fat?
They're
What would be? Who would be
Fine
that
but
example?
fat?
I would say check your
Ooh.
cholesterol level.
No,
Fine
Nah.
but fat. I'm talking about an individual that's fine.
Serena could be considered thick.
Yeah,
Fine.
She is thick. She is
Fine.
thick. She is thick.
She work out all the time.
And see,
yeah,
now
she's
just
fine.
imagine how fat she could
She
be
got
if she
muscles.
was not that conditioned and didn't
Something
work
like-
that hard because of how naturally thick she is.
And Precious is more on the.
Yeah, and we don't even
No,
have
that's
these.
not. No.
We can't do that.
Okay, that's not.
can't do that?
That's not even a
Why
comparison.
can't we
never
do
do
that?
that. We got
I'm-
You know,
For what?
Put somebody's name out.
I was just trying. We were trying to give
But
a
you're saying
visual.
if she doesn't know that she's big.
I guess, never mind. Hey,
Okay, and the point of this is not to make fun of anybody,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
to have a realistic mindset of what
Thick and fat.
thick and fat is. Because if you are overweight is overweight.
Yeah.
Whether you're a size 4, that may be your frame, but you can still be overweight
Yeah.
at that size.
And see why we talking about
Size
Precious. I mean, it's really
I
a
mean,
fair assessment.
That don't mean you could have. Couldn't you have at a size 4 still have more body fat for
absolutely.
your frame?
You can still, you
Size
can
4, I
still,
think it's fine.
well, you can still be,
Size 4?
you can be skinny and have high cholesterol.
Well, that's what I'm. That's the
So
point
we
I'm
just
making.
looking at just
Yeah.
you know,
No,
if you're
no,
not
health.
healthy and you
Take
go,
care of
oh,
yourself.
okay.
What are you eating? What
I
are you
thought
putting in
we
your body? How much
was looking
water
at,
are you drinking? That type of stuff.
So you
right?
don't want to name drop, is basically.
I mean, she know, like he said, they know. Whoever we talking to.
No, they don't know because there's
They
too
don't?
many of them that Instagram and be talking about, ooh, I'm thick and I'm fine. I'm like, no.
But they don't show them naked. They don't wear no halter tops. They be covered up.
'Cause they back
Because they
is
know.
out.
Because they know. Say what you want to, but they know.
Okay, all right. So you was getting ready to bring up the extra. We talking about extra pound. Now let's talk about extra products that people are injecting and putting in their body to create. Because now you know it's like a booty phase. You know, I'm sorry if you're not cornbread fed and red dirt.
personally hate
You
it.
know.
I hate
You
it.
know, but
So uncomfortable.
So
Why, I don't even understand why black women even want anymore.
I hate it. I hate it.
Most
but you have a lot that don't have
But I
it. So
hate
now
it.
it's like,
We can build
I hate
them.
it.
We can build
You can go to the gym and you can squat a butt.
man, because
Come on.
mine has gotten a little
And
bit
you
bigger
can
and
make one.
firm, and I was just kind of like,
You can
wait a
make one.
Tell them
minute.
again. Tell them again.
Because mine has gotten a little bigger and firmer, and I was like, wait a minute. Did y'all see that retake?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we got you.
So uncomfortable.
Oh.
But why do you think most women want the extra?
Because that's what they think men want.
That's the extra that you're talking about. No, because they do the
Exactly.
extra butt, they do the extra breasts, they do the extra everything. Everything is extra.
Well, I mean, that's what.
But that's what that
society teaching
thing,
them
we
to want.
talked about. All of y'all like booty on this set.
We do.
Don't get
I
it.
get it. Absolutely.
So if a chick walk around and she ain't got no booty, she like, oh, I want some booty.
That's
And then you got
supposed
some that got all this extra booty that could donate.
Yeah. The thing about donating though is you can't do that. Like I can't sweat for him.
True
You know what I'm saying? So if you want a booty, you got to do the sweat. You got to do it, and that's where people get the injections. Because like you said, we want to be in a microwave generation. We
Right
want
now.
everything right now,
Right
right
now.
now.
Tomorrow.
Let's get it tomorrow. And you didn't took 20 years to gain the fat, but you don't want to take 2 days to try to work it off. Like
Look at
it's
the
going to
risk.
take
Like
some
I said,
time.
but then, like I said, even in the expense aspect of it, look at the risk factor. Look how many
Right.
times we've seen scenarios of people being charged with murder, trying to live up to these false expectations. Like, I mean, I just cannot see having a butt and getting the attention of a man to have sex being worth your life.
I totally agree. So that goes back to the choices
Agreed.
and the quality of life. So ladies, what we're saying is you can get the body that you want by dedicating yourself to a fitness program.
Absolutely.
Working out, changing your diet. Because women are growing booties. They like growing them. They are squatting to the gods, baby.
Absolutely.
Y'all make us do
Absolutely.
millions of squats in here. But, so you can make better choices so that you can have a better quality of life. I'd rather you come in here and do that than to inject something in your body and now you can't walk around. There was a lady in a magazine that had her arms and her legs amputated because she got butt injections. Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
not
And
worth
she was a dancer and had a nice body. Homegirl ain't got no legs or arms now.
And
Seriously.
that's tragic.
Very
That's
tragic.
She
tragic.
wanted more.
That's
Yeah.
tragic. You gotta be okay with who you are first and foremost. And if you're not, then you do the work. And if you're willing to do the work, then you're going to build the best you that you can build. So it's not even about necessarily building a body to look like anybody else. Like I don't care how hard, you know, another female may want to naturally work out. If she doesn't have your makeup or your body style, she'll never be shaped like you. You know what I mean? But it's not about that. It's about her maxing her out. And in that comes with the confidence that really attracts the energy that she's trying to attract in the first place.
That's good. That's good because it goes back to the mindset and it goes back to your soul. Because when you get all right with yourself, you're going to be okay with who you are and be the best you that you can be.
Right. Max you out, like he was saying. Max you out.
And I think that's what they should stick to. Really trying to go back to being the one. Just be happy. If they get off the bandwagon of always trying to impress the next man, and just stick to, you know, them, then they will be okay. But everybody's so, like you said, really be like, well, you know, all men like booty and all men like okay, y'all so y'all so wrapped up and trying to impress the next man. Just be yourself. If you be yourself, and you know, just be natural, you gonna get that man.
James be getting all passionate. Hold on, guys, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come right back.
See, I say if you look at your life, and if you're not getting what you want, you owe it to yourself to do something differently. If you own a job, 85% they say of Americans go to jobs that they're unhappy. If you're doing something 8 hours a day that you don't like, it's not giving you what you want, it's not giving you a strong feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment. You're miserable, you hate to go there. That's what I do. You're depressed, yes.
Welcome back to The Launch. So we've discussed several issues that may be keeping you from making the best choices pertaining to your mind, your body, and your soul. Now we're going to tap into solutions. I want to talk to the guys because there may be somebody watching. You may be in a state where you feel like you are defeated physically. Your health may be failing. So I want these guys to give you some solutions because although we are sitting here and we're talking and we're making it sound easy, we know that it's not that easy for everybody. But you do have a choice. You do have the power to make a better choice for your life. So Zavier, what's the best thing that you can tell somebody that may be in a place where they just feel defeated? Maybe physically, they may be heavily overweight. What's one thing that you can tell them to start now?
I would say get out of your own way. Get off of you and realize that you aren't the only one who's ever been through something.
Good.
Like we've all been there. I've been overweight. I've been skinny. I've been, not eating 3-7 times a day. I've been depressed. We've all had something that we've had to go through. So get off of it and let's move forward and let's fight for your life. Wow. For everything, I try to tell people is fight for you. If you're going to fight for anything, fight for you. Please fight for your life because you're the only one to get one. And I see a lot of parents who have kids and they bring them in and they don't even want to fight for their kids because they don't want to fight for themselves. Yeah. If I tell a kid not to drink water and not drink soda, the dad get convicted so he don't bring it back. Because you don't want to change you don't want to change the kids. Or the parents eat good, but I'm going to let the kids eat this.
Yeah.
I thought you loved them.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, fight for you.
First decision that you need to make, kind of like the gentleman said, is decide that you just flat out want to live. And once you decide you want to live, then whatever purpose helps you to want to be motivated. And I know there are a lot of people that are out there that are defeated, that have really given up on life, given up on God, given up on self. You have to really pray your way out of those situations. I mean, even for you non-believers that are in those type of mind states, you really gotta get over the reality of thinking that there's no creator. I mean, there's creation all around you. So to think that would just really kind of be a non-common sense kind of thing, regardless of your religion. So once you get over all of that aspect of it, you gotta just want to live, just want to survive, want to get up and do what it takes, like the man said, for you. Because it's all about you being alive and doing what you gotta do.
That's good. James, what you got?
I'm just gonna say that it is all about you, but at some point you have to decide for yourself that you want to change. When you wake up in the morning, you have opportunity just like the next man or just like the next woman. So when you wake up in the morning, make that decision to say that, you know what, today I want to do something different. If it's starting out just drinking a gallon of water today, that's all you're going to do today or for the rest of the week. And then next week you say, okay, I'm going to walk around the block. But you have to come to grips to decide to at least make that decision that you want to change. And everybody can change. Everybody has the same opportunity as the next man. Just make that decision and go ahead and take one step at a time until you get to where you want to be.
Man, that's good. You got something else?
Yeah, we say that a lot because we're trainers and we love people, right? They come in and we always like want to be so like, we love you and just do a little bit. And we say that, but we don't mean it. You know what I mean? We hate compromise. God hate compromise. And we are God's children, so we naturally hate compromise. So just don't compromise. Like if you're gonna do it. Like all the way in. Like not a little bit, I'm a kinda, sorta, but do it. And that's what we're scared of. We even scared to tell people that because they might not come get a membership. So we're gonna be like, well, we're gonna be real nice until you get here. You know, and then we're gonna be like, stop compromising.
Right.
But no, don't compromise at all. Like
because it's your life.
Every compromise brings another
life.
compromise.
Right.
Why settle for less? Why settle for less in your physical situation? Why settle for less in your financial situation? Why settle for less in your relationships? Why just settle for less when you're entitled to more? Like you're owed more.
Right.
Because this is your life.
Right.
So man, making better choices. You can determine the quality of life we want you to live. We wear these shirts that have affirmations. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. I build my own dreams. I am positive. I am loved. What else? Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop you. We want you to live. Make a choice to make a better decision. I'm going to say what my guy always says. And if you don't have enough, you got to get you some gas. What is it? Give it all you got.
All the time.
Start now.
Starting right now. We are the launch.
Now understand, I feel your pain here in our time of need. And we can't be afraid to change, y'all, cause that's guaranteed. We're in a world that we're really safe if we only plant the seeds of children who love to hate based on race, lust, envy, and greed. False prophets with false doctrine are spreading like weeds. Building crippled Superman, shout out Christopher Reeves.